I forced Croina, who isn't a gamer, to play 5 DOS games with a 20-minute time limit on each, and recorded her live. Here's what happened. Okay, so welcome to the second part of a 5-part series in which I forced Croina to play games. And this is a game that she did play briefly.
Yep.
But you played the original, didn't you? The original version of Command & Conquer.
I did.
And this is the newly released remastered version.
Wow.
Yeah, exciting.
Yeah, very.
So, there's your menu. And if you want to take the mouse and hit Start New Game. Now you have an option here. You can watch all the cutscenes for story-based content that's relevant to the game and is very important, and you definitely shouldn't skip. And she skipped it.
I don't have time to be listening to all that. What's this?
So this is select transmission. You have the GDI or the Brotherhood of Nod, and we're on casual mode with modern controls. You basically choose which faction you want to side with. You've chosen GDI, which is good because that was the one that I did for my playthrough. There's Shepard telling you all about stuff.
Wow.
Now, if you want to defend the beachhead and right, okay. Apparently, that's not an issue for you. Story or context or anything. No.
Let's just get on with the game here.
Okay. How about another cutscene?
Is this something else I have to watch?
No. And you're in.
Right.
Now, the most important thing is that you'll see you're quite zoomed in on your forces.
Uh-huh.
If you want to zoom out, use the scroll wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Right.
You've no idea what you're doing, do
No.
you?
I can select people and move them.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Oh. Yep.
Instead of left click, you now right click.
Reinforcements have
Right click?
Yes.
Do that and right click?
Yes. Now, previously, when you played Command & Conquer, it was select and left click, right?
Right.
Now it's select and right click. If you don't like that, we can change it.
Let's hit the... Right. So, this is the one where explore the map.
Right, that would be a good start, but if you look...
What's this?
That's an enemy vehicle. Your forces have dispatched it.
Right.
In the left-hand corner, there was a pile of information that you missed out on.
Yeah.
It's now gone away.
Yeah.
If you hit the top right-hand corner...
Oh, up here?
Yeah, top right-hand corner of the screen. The little thing with the dots. Sorry, the bars. In the very top right-hand corner of the screen. That brings you to your menu. Mm-hmm. And that'll give you information. So use the units provided to protect the mobile construction vehicle. When the MCV is clear of obstacles, you can deploy the vehicle by clicking on it. Then you can begin to build up a base. So, the goal is to search out and destroy all enemies. But in order to do that, you're going to need to build a base first.
Right.
So if you hit escape to get out of that, or resume.
Right.
So, you need to click on your MCV.
What is an MCV? This?
Yeah.
Yes.
And...
Click on it again.
Yes. Unit.
cannot deploy.
Doesn't seem to be doing much, does it?
No.
So, if you tell it to move onto the ground there. Yep. Oh, you're not having much fun with this, are you?
No.
That's okay.
Unit reporting. Acknowledged.
You need to get him to build a base.
Here?
Not necessarily there,
New construction.
but you've done it. You got it.
Right, and why could it not be built there?
Probably because there was wee men in the way.
Right.
So, you've built your base.
Yes.
So, what's the next step? I'll let you figure it out.
I suppose I'm gonna have to keep reading this. rubbish ammo. Made a play. Build a base. Start with power plant. Finally, search out and destroy all enemy node units in the surrounding area.
So
Right, that means nothing to me. What is that? Node unit?
yes, the Brotherhood of Nod are your enemy. They're the ones you
The
didn't
red
select.
ones?
The red ones, yes.
So I have to look for them.
You can, but you also need to build the power plant.
Waiting order. Yes, sir.
How do I do that?
The big button saying power plant.
Oh,
Building.
That's the one.
building where?
Well, it's
Construction
constructing it,
complete.
and then it's ready to be placed onto the map. So if you click on it
Click
again,
And then,
you see the way it's highlighted?
so, yeah.
That works.
Options.
And you'll see on the right hand side,
Barracks.
Building.
there you go, you've got it.
Right. So why are these not just here?
Complete.
Because you needed to, this was like a beachhead assault, and you need to build a base now to train troops in order to, take out the enemy.
Right.
So you'll see on the right hand side, I know I'm guiding you a lot in this, but it is a bit confusing to start with, especially for somebody who doesn't play RTSs.
Waiting order.
Congratulations on learning click and drag, by the way.
Oh, just about.
See the way there's a little home button and there's a little
Yes.
man button next to it?
No. Yes.
Those are the troops that you can train. If you click on that multiple times, you can train a pile of minigunners and they'll come out of the barracks.
Right.
Unit
see?
Ready.
Yeah. And then you can have a whole pile of forces
Building.
to eventually take out
Unit
your
ready.
enemy.
Right.
Unit ready. Building.
Make sense?
Unit ready.
Oh, uh-huh.
Unit
You don't
ready.
sound convinced.
Building. Unit ready. Unit ready.
So then I have to
Building.
explore this map now.
Yeah.
Unit
You,
ready.
you select units. You can select everyone if you want. And just.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Do this.
Yeah, no, you can. You've got it.
Right, and that, right, it does this annoying thing. Right, yep. Can I,
What annoying thing?
Reporting.
wait, where you can't see far enough ahead.
Yes, that's the fog of war. You can only see the areas that you've explored.
And then all of a sudden, somebody comes out of somewhere and then you have to shoot them.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Affirmative. Reporting.
You mean like that?
Yes.
It's almost like you predicted that.
Yep.
Waiting order.
How far into the abyss can you go? Is this mine?
I think you've just answered your own question there. That far.
Is that the end of the map?
Yeah. It's a nice, simple first map.
Right.
Actually, if you scroll up,
Affirmative.
can you get any further up?
No.
So that's how you know.
Affirmative. Moving out.
Mission accomplished.
Right. Okay.
Easy peasy. There's a barfly.
Bye.
You're not interested. What about your mission screen? It took you 6 minutes. You've unlocked a bonus gallery and you killed all the units.
Yeah. Wow.
Isn't that great?
That's amazing, yeah. Yeah.
And now you've got this beautiful
Is
animated
this another
globe.
thing?
This is just showing you where your next mission is.
Right.
So you can see how the enemy has progressed and where you are in Europe. So select territory to attack.
This one with the arrow on it, maybe?
You're going to attack Estonia.
Good job, but
Our base is under attack.
You see in the top left hand corner? Defend base until reinforcements arrive.
Right.
It's a little
so
tooltip.
this is right.
That's your base and there's your men. Yep.
Affirmative.
And you have to defend it.
Reinforcements have arrived.
There's some reinforcements.
Right, that's me. Right. I can't see nothing.
What are you struggling with?
Reporting.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
Reinforcements
You can tell by the
online.
colours who's good and who's not.
Right.
Building.
Got some ready to people.
You'll also notice that one of your buildings there is in bad nick.
Right.
Do you see that?
This one.
Unit
Yeah.
ready.
Away, sir.
If you want to repair it,
Yeah.
do you see in the right hand side there's like a spanner?
Yeah.
Building.
Click on the building with that spanner
Repairing.
and that'll repair it at the cost of some money.
Building.
Man, sure.
Unit ready.
Right.
Building.
Click off the spanner.
Unit ready. Unit ready.
I think if you just
Building.
click on or right click on the map
Unit
or something,
ready.
yeah, it gets rid of it.
Yes. Affirmative. Reporting. Moving out. Reporting.
Now, do you notice you've also got your MCV again?
This.
Yes.
Yeah. So it can be used to build like your proper command center. Those are only like two, you know, buildings.
Right.
Vehicle
If I
just
double
moving out.
click on.
Construction
Right.
options.
Ready
Take
and
all
waiting.
these people. Right. Oh,
Moving out.
right here.
Yes, sir.
Do
Moving out.
something else too.
Yes, sir. Roger. Reporting. Moving out.
For somebody who hasn't played a lot of RTS games, I don't think you've played any. In fact, you're picking it up fairly quickly. That vehicle is a bit worse for wear now. You might need some protection. You see him smoking there.
Waiting order.
Right, and then can I use this wee spanner? No.
We could try, I guess. I don't know if it applies to buildings or
No. So.
no. Doesn't look like you can repair them.
Alright, okay. So then what? Can I. What? Can I just move him over here?
Waiting order.
Yeah, just get
Moving
him
out.
shifted somewhere else.
Where's that coming from?
Waiting order.
Oh,
Waiting order. Got it.
I see you.
Our base is under attack.
Knowledge. Roger.
I don't think those guys are your friends.
They don't.
They're off to destroy that.
Reporting.
So I need to bring some of these people back too.
Reporting.
Apparently, apparently they're destroying everybody anyway.
Unit lost.
Yes.
Oh. Oh no.
You're looking a little outnumbered at the minute.
Building.
That's the correct response.
Unit ready. Building. Unit ready.
I wish this like
Unit ready.
panning thing was a bit smoother or something.
Do you feel like the speed of the panning is too much?
Unit
I don't. It's
ready.
the judderiness of it or
Building.
something.
Judder,
Judderiness.
Ready.
Yes. Oh.
Unit
I think I know what you're talking about.
Like you can't just go a little bit. You have to go
Yeah.
the whole hog.
Hit escape.
unit ready.
Go to options,
Building.
not jukebox. Let's see what we can do. Map view scroll speed. It's beneath game speed on the right hand side there.
Yes. Turn this down.
Yeah, turn that way down just to see what's comfortable for you. That's one of the great things about the remaster.
Oh yeah.
That
That's
much better.
Yes.
Ready.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's why people love remasters, and it's little quality of life improvements like that, you know.
Right. Okay. Just standing there. Standing there.
Reporting.
This is what's called micromanaging, where you have to sort of pay attention to your troops at all times and sort of get them to move into places and so on.
Unit ready.
Later games in the genre, you'd have more sort of free-thinking units that would work on their own volition. But these guys, you do kind of have to babysit them a bit.
Building.
You're doing all right there, actually.
Unit
You're
ready.
fairly wrecking them.
Our base is under attack. Building.
I'd take those troops out at the bottom there. They're
Yeah.
not yours.
Ready.
Yeah, these ones. And then you target these ones.
Unit
You
ready.
just move them close enough and they'll start shooting.
Oh, I thought they went over to them. Whenever you hit some target thing.
sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. You need to move them closer. They're,
Have arrived.
yeah, get them to attack.
Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes.
Oh.
I think you're in a much better position now.
Right. So, right. So how do I actually use these vehicles? Can I use these vehicles?
You can't train any vehicles at the minute.
It just goes.
You've got 2 light scouts mixed in there at the minute with your infantry, but over the course of the game it'll introduce you to more vehicles and more things. But it's a sort of mixture of defending your base from all these guys
Unit
coming in
ready.
and, you know,
Building.
launching counterattacks.
Unit ready. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready. Unit ready.
Reporting.
Building.
Oh.
Unit ready.
Moving out.
That's it.
Take these guys.
Affirmative. Reporting. Moving out.
You'd probably be better going to the left, but you can explore that bit. What you should note is that, see that stuff you're walking through now on the left hand side of the map?
Yeah.
That's slowly killing your men
What?
Reporting.
because it's toxic to them. So,
Well, how was I meant to know that?
you weren't, well, maybe if you've watched the cutscenes, but anyway,
I haven't got time to be reading all that garbage.
yes, who needs story? We need more game.
I just like a straightforward game.
Well,
Right, it's just straight to the point.
this is pretty straightforward. Go destroy all the men.
Reporting.
Well, you say that, but I mean, you have to piss about doing all this rubbish.
Right, it's the micromanagement that you don't like.
Yeah.
With Doom, you had one guy to control, and that was it. In an RTS, you have an entire army to deal with. Hey, up.
What's this?
It looks like an enemy structure.
Alright, so could I bring all these people here? No.
Well, if you hit...
I've hit the wrong key again.
Yep, that's it. And if you hit escape, you can check the mission objectives. So, defend your position, deploy the MCV, then build a sizable force and search out and destroy the Nod base in the area. All Nod units and structures must either be destroyed or captured to complete the objective.
Capture.
You can capture them with a scientist unit,
Oh, I've got a whole thing here.
so you have to tell your forces, yeah, destroy those buildings. You right click on the structures with the forces.
Nod building.
Did you notice one of the scientists that you had went into one of those
Base
buildings
is under attack.
and it's now your building? It's changed colour. 2 of them, in fact, are now your buildings.
Yes.
Nod building.
3 are now your buildings.
Yeah.
There's just 1 left in that corner.
Yeah.
You can see the colour difference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think you've any scientists left, but there we go. Easy peasy,
Right.
mission accomplished.
That only took me about 15 minutes. See, my efficiency was only 57% there.
So it's dropped a
My
little bit.
leadership was 98.
You're a very good leader, you're just not an effective one.
No.
That's one thing I found with the game. I mentioned it in my old review of it. It was like, it felt like it was mocking me because my efficiency and leadership kept dropping as the levels got harder.
Yeah.
You're going to take out Latvia now.
Yes.
They've had it coming.
Darn
No, I
Latvians.
promise.
Right.
Build your base.
Oh no. I keep hitting the wrong button.
That's okay.
Moving out. Yes. Unit
But
report.
where?
Moving out.
That's the question.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes.
Well, he didn't last long.
Unit report. Moving out.
Anyway.
Yes. Affirmative. Yes. Yes. Acknowledged. Moving out.
One up beside that toxic.
There's still some guys there.
Vehicle reporting.
Oh, I keep hitting the wrong button.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
that's it. Now, you'll want to build the base next to that green stuff,
Oh, so nobody comes
because
to it?
they're crystals that you can harvest called Tiberium crystals. Just select the MCV, nothing else, that's it.
Yes, I got it.
Excellent. You definitely don't sound agitated by the gameplay.
Right now, I've got too many people here, so this
Yep.
isn't gonna build.
Now you move them away, and
then
you've
I
got
can
it.
build it, yes.
Easy peasy.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Over here. Why not?
So, you can focus on constructing your base now.
Yes, sir.
Take out some defeat. Take a. Yeah. Right.
Acknowledged.
Yes. Kill them all.
I don't think you've enough men to kill them all.
Vehicle reporting.
I can't get no more men.
Yes, you can.
Huh?
You just need to build your base.
I did build.
Yeah,
Oh.
but the power plant and the barracks and all the stuff from the previous mission, it's like a progression of buildings.
Acknowledged. You got it.
What's this thing?
That's one of the SAM sites, yeah. Take it out.
Oh, I keep hitting the wrong key. Right, okay.
Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting.
I think you've bitten off more than you can chew here.
Look.
Reporting. Got it.
Unit lost.
What's this sweet thing?
They're swarming you. They're killing you.
Unit lost. Building.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Construction complete. New construction
Reporting.
options.
Quickly, sir.
Building.
One thing at a time. That's no use.
Waiting order. Right away, sir. Vehicle reporting.
Construction complete.
Well, you've dealt with the initial incursion, and now you're going off to attack more.
New construction options.
So, you see when you built that refinery, you got a free vehicle with it, and
Yes.
he's off to harvest for you.
Ah.
So, you see in the top right hand corner, you have your resources, and, sorry, not there, the number next to it, on the left there. So it says 1920 at the minute.
Yeah.
That'll go up as your guy gets more and more resources for you, and brings them back. You see it go up there?
Yeah.
And then you can build stuff like a barracks and train more troops and so on.
Engineer.
Unit ready.
You're just gonna have them all. Alright.
Stick everything in. Why not?
Ready.
You've destroyed another SAM site. Well done.
Unit ready.
That guy's killing your men.
Building.
Who?
Unit ready.
Right.
Unit lost.
Why don't you just kill him?
Unit ready.
Yes. Yes.
Building.
Ready and waiting. You got it.
Unit ready. Building.
Oh.
Construction complete.
Yes.
Unit ready.
I was trying to get these yellow boys out of the way for the green boys to do the work.
Ready.
Well, believe it or not, that's 20 minutes.
Ready.
What?
So if you want to just quit now.
Quit.
Battle control terminated.
No, leave that on there. That's it. Take your headphones off. So, you played the original Command and Conquer briefly
Yeah.
for like 10 minutes or something. You've now played the remastered version for 20 minutes. What do you think?
I like that version better.
This one?
Yes, I like this version better.
What was better about it?
Although it's still slightly complicated for somebody like me to play, it's a bit more straightforward, if that makes sense, because you can once you explained all the stuff on the right hand side, it was all
Tickety boo.
yeah.
The thing that a lot of users have complained about with the remaster of this game in particular is the lack of what's called an attack move.
Right.
Modern RTS games have what's called an attack move, which means that your soldier will go from point A to point B, and if he sees anything along the way that he could shoot, he'll shoot it. In that game, the way you were constantly herding people around and they weren't responding to things properly, that's because of a lack of attack move and old sort of AI.
All right.
You probably noticed. I noticed you were sort of getting frustrated at, trying to move all the men and make them do the things you wanted them to do.
Yes, the wee men need to be more different, because I just wasn't 100% sure each time which one was shooting at me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
There wasn't
Until I
enough
hovered over it,
differentiation. Yeah.
and you get the little target thing.
I noticed that as well. Like you were sat and there was some guy just randomly shooting at
Maybe
your
it's
base.
maybe it's just me. I can't tell the difference. I
Yeah.
don't know, but they definitely, like, one little man needs to be red and one little man needs to be yellow, and it's simple as that.
Well, they were,
Well, not bright red. They look the same to me.
but they weren't enough for
No,
you to.
no, they
tell,
need to be
tell the
totally
difference.
contrasting.
Yeah. Well, other games in the genre did exactly what you're suggesting to get around that. They
Yes.
made it a lot more
I
vivid.
mean, I know you're shade colorblind, but if there's people who are properly colorblind to the extreme,
Yeah.
obviously I don't know that. Obviously, I have no experience of it, but I would say maybe they would struggle with that too.
Well, I'm going to show briefly here.
Maybe
There
it's just
is
me.
actually an accessibility mode in the new Command and Conquer remaster.
Well, you didn't tell me that.
But I'm not sure if that actually changes much. It's just a sort of readability thing.
Right.
I'm not sure graphics wise that changes much. So your point still stands.
Yeah.
I thought that might have changed the graphics. No, it's mostly for audio issues for people with sight. Yeah. No, you're right.
More complex
You're
visual
right.
issues too.
Yeah. So that's Command and Conquer, and we'll go pest you about the next one
Yeah.
soon.
Yep.